On March 6th, the new edition of Star Wars Complete Locations comes out in the UK, and it'll be out on March 11th in the US. DK Publishing sent us some exclusive pages from the book that I wanted to take you all through. I love these reference books. They give a great sense of geography from some of Star Wars' most iconic locations, and there are usually some fun bits of lore to pick out too. I know seeing these spreads through video, it's hard to really get all the details, so I've posted them to our socials and as a public free post on our Patreon if you want to take a better look. I was given the spreads for Vader's Castle, the Octo Island, and the Sith Citadel on Exegol. Let's start on Mustafar. One of my favorite things about reference books like this is that it can connect the dots between the movies and publishing stories. So this spread makes reference to moments we see not only on screen in Rogue One and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but also on the page in the Darth Vader comics, Crimson Reign, the Tales from Vader's Castle series, and Vader Immortal. We can see several design elements that were created by Darth Momin, and how the tuning fork-like spires connect all the way down to the Sith focusing chamber. The fortress was designed to help Vader reach the Netherworld to resurrect Padme, which of course didn't work, but we can see some additional connection to Amidala because one of her starships is apparently installed into the floor of the main hall. And right above that is what looks like almost a chandelier of bled red kyber crystals. All of that sits below what we've seen in Rogue One. Vader's back-to chamber and the hall where he meets Krennic are about halfway up the tower, as well as the back-to-storage we've seen the Knights of Ren explore in the Crimson Reign comics. Up where the castle splits is where Vader's throne room is situated, and all the way down at the bottom is where Vinay has a laboratory where he experiments on lava fumes. In the Tales from Vader's Castle series, we learned that Vinay was once a normal Imperial officer, but inhaling the lava fumes from a nexus of the dark side drove him insane. Near his laboratories is an elevator that travels down to excavations, which you can explore in the Vader Immortal VR game. Next up, we've got Ahch-To and the island that holds the first Jedi Temple. It's cool to get the geography of the island because we now know specifically where the temple and the Mirror Cave are. They're both referred to as Vergences of the Light Side and Dark Side respectively, and I think it's cool that they're on opposite sides of the island. What's more is the Jedi huts are situated right in the middle on the coast, suggesting balance to the entire island. The rest of the page gives us a good sense of geography, like showing us where Rey cuts the Wind Whaler rock in half, where Luke goes spearfishing, where he drinks green milk, where the library is located, and even where the Caretaker village is from the deleted scenes of The Last Jedi. Finally, let's head to Exegol. This pulls from some fun sources outside of Episode 9, including more Darth Vader comics and even the rise and fall of the Galactic Empire. In that book, we learned that Beaumont Kin set up a research station after the destruction of the Sith Eternal, and he explored the Citadel to learn more about Palpatine and his reign. We can see that chamber located down a passageway from the Hall of Statues. In the movie, we mostly only see what's down the elevator and underneath the Sith Citadel, and again, we get a good sense of that geography. We can also see the automated machines that built Zeiston-class Star Destroyers for decades below the planet's surface. We visited those chambers in the Darth Vader comics as well. And we can see where massive red kyber crystals were held in storage. The Vader comics show us an additional chamber where those chunks are taken out of a literal mountain of red kyber, and they were then used to power the planet-killing super lasers of the Star Destroyers. What we've never seen before is the Citadel building itself. Inside were living quarters for the cultists as well as personal chambers for Palpatine, although they say they were never used after his resurrection. I guess he needed that life support machine 24/7. There was an arena for training in gladiatorial combat and a hangar at the top of the building where TIE daggers could launch. But that's all I wanted to run through, just a quick tease for these pages from the new edition of Complete Locations. The book was written by Simon Beecroft, Carrie Doherty, Jason Fry, James Lucino, Kristen Lund, and Emily Shkukani, with art by Richard Chasemore, Maxim Degtyarev, Hans Jensen, Sofiane Mumin, John Mulaney, and Kempra Millard. It comes out on March 6th in the UK and March 11th here in the US. And again, if you want to take a better look at the pages, I put them on our Patreon as a free public post. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on our socials. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.